You're watching RNRTV, where rock and roll was meant to go. I'm your host, Danielle. Tonight, I am so excited because I'm sitting here in Zim West, hanging out with Generation Kill. Guys, tell us a little bit about how you all formed the band.
So this iteration, the band started in 2008. Rob Dukes was singing in Exodus, and during his downtime, he decided to start a project with some of the guys in the area. I wasn't actually involved at that point, but Jay was involved. He plays guitar. My name is Rob. I'm the drummer. This is Max.
How you doing?
I'm Jason, guitar player.
So, in his downtime, he was, doing stuff with that band, with Generation Kill, and when he parted ways with Exodus, this project sort of took, the front burner for him, and they ended up putting a record out called "We're All Gonna Die." They did a European tour, and I came on board after that. We did a record with DMC from Run DMC, and we called it Fragile Mortals. So that came out, and recently we're kind of out touring promoting the newest album that came out in January. It's called MK Ultra.
MK Ultra. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, MK Ultra was a government program in the 50s through the 70s, and they were using psychedelics on everyday people without their knowledge.
So they were all taking what?
Acid.
LSD, yeah. So, there's several songs. The kind of general theme is about different parts of that program, and one of them, there's even some sound bites from Charles Manson in it, and so because he was actually involved in it. In general, there's a sort of a general topic, a theme through most of the songs on this record. So it's been fun.
Do you think that the youth of today, especially everything we've gone through with COVID, will be able to relate to the music that you're putting out now?
Well, as long as there's angst and there's teenage hormones going on, they'll be able to relate.
Yes. I think we still all have those at time to time.
Sure. Yeah. All you have to do is get in the car and start driving. You have angst.
And where are we going?
I don't know, anywhere.
To the
Generation Kill Show.
You're going to be angry.
That's where we're going.
So do you have any type of routine, that you like to do before you actually, perform? Because I know before I get on stage, I have a routine, something that I do each time.
This is funny that you should ask that. So, my mom had passed in 2013. She was very sick, and before she passed, her favorite candy was a peppermint patty, which I did not like them at all at the time. But since she passed, they turn up in the weirdest places in my life. I've had friends of mine that they're like, "Where did that come from?" So on tour, I make sure I have them in the freezer, and before we go on stage, me and one or several of us will rip one open, clink. I kiss it up to her, and then, it's sort of a good luck thing. And if I don't do that, something goes wrong during the show. I feel like she's like, I told you, so yeah, it's sort of a little pre-show ritual I do.
I think that's what gives you the strength to keep going, knowing that she's always with you.
I started taking drum lessons at 6 because she brought me. So in a way, this part of my life is a gift that she gave me as a little kid. And, and it's funny because she, people just be like, your mom likes Slayer? Your mom likes Slayer? I'll be like, yeah. So,
yeah, my mom loved Led Zeppelin, still does. Mm-hmm. She turned me to Led Zeppelin, so I get it.
So whenever I get behind the kit, I can almost hear her going play Slayer, So it's kind of...
Thank you for sharing that, because I know that's very dear to your heart. Thank you for sharing that.
Part of my ritual playing. So, and I don't know why, but it just seems like everybody that they're all in on it. Anytime I've toured or anything, they're like, oh yeah, let me get in on that. Mm-hmm. So even if they don't like the candy, because it's a very specific taste.
Let me ask you, what about your rituals? Do you have any
rituals? All right. Well, first I have to warm up on the guitar a little bit, at least, and I have to stretch out because, well, if I don't, I feel really old the next day, and I don't know. Maybe a shot of something. I really don't.
It probably doesn't.
I really don't have that many ritual. It's not really a ritual. It's like, well, stretch out, get your fingers going, get your neck going, because you got a headbang for an hour, and make sure your legs are in tight, and
Okay, I like that. And you've been really quiet back here. Do you have a ritual?
Not really. I just usually drink a lot of water. I get butterflies before every single show, no matter how many people I'm playing in front of, and it all goes away in the first 5 seconds of playing. So that's about it.
We're trying to choke him here.
All right. That's pretty much it.